Hello, and welcome to a quick walkthrough of my most recent project, FinTrack. It's basically two words mashed up together, finance and tracker. It's to track your finances, how much you spent in a given certain time frame. So now we are greeted with this auth page or login page. If you're a first user, you can sign up, but for this demo purpose, I'll be using the demo account. So essentially, this app is pretty much split into two main parts. We have the home page or the overview page, which is the page where user can see all their connected financial institutions. So each card or this yellow component is an institution, and for each institution, depending on how many accounts the user has, it'll list those accounts. So for me, I have SoFi um, checking and savings, so we can see both accounts here. One quick note, this app uses Plaid API. I implemented this API to third-party API to basically allow the users to connect to their financial institution of choice. For those of you who don't know, Plaid is a FinTrack company that makes connecting to external banks much easier. It's found in a lot of banks and neobanks these days. I do want to point out this. I don't have full access to the production environment for Plaid API. This is a development environment still, but so the only limitation is that we can only connect to a certain amount of banks, and we can only access depository accounts. So no credit cards, loans, or investments. So that's to come when I do get access. So let's just connect to one of my accounts. Okay, so this is a standard process for Plaid. Just waiting for my code. All right, we can see for now for this account, I only have one individual checking account, so we'll connect that. So nice, it's been connected. Now we can see that new connected account here, Fidelity. We can of course remove this bank if we want, but let's not do that. So now, and then of course toggling this will reveal the account numbers. And clicking on each of this card or account will be greeted with a list of transactions that Plaid is pulling um, via the transactions API. You can see the list of transactions for this account. Check SoFi checking, SoFi savings. Let's see the transactions for our recently connected account, only three. Um, so yeah, we can see our bank accounts here. Now the second main part is of course the tracker or the area where you can create a tracker that um, basically breaks down your spending in a given time period. So we have pre-created some of these. So for example, this tracker is tracking, well, we can name this May, but for the month of May, so far we spent this $747.24. And each transaction can be broken down by category. So we can see these are the lists. And of course, we can add any transaction we want. So let's just add gas as a category. Um, you say gasoline, and just say yeah. And then for this, this is a list of our connected accounts. It's pulling from that, so we can choose from which account we spent this transaction on. But if none of these accounts count, we can create a custom one. And I use this card for this transaction. So then you can see that it's been created right over here in our gas category. And you can choose to edit the name or delete it. And we can even go ahead and delete a category or edit a category depending on what we choose. So let's just, for demo purposes, create a new tracker. So we'll be greeted with this dialog that has this date range calendar. Let's just go back to the month of March. Selecting this will pull all the transactions from our connecting accounts for this time period. We can select however many, and depending on if we select or not, we'll expand this area where we can add a name to our tracker. But clicking on this will select it all, so let's go ahead and do that. Of course, we can organize it better by looking into the tracker that we just created. And of course, we can also re-edit this date range however we want and the name. But let's go into the tracker that we just created. And we can see it's already been automatically broken down by category, the default category that Plaid associated the transaction with. But of course, we can edit or delete a category that we don't want, or do. So basically, this section is essentially like an Excel spreadsheet, but just in a better GUI or graphical user interface. You can customize this however you want to track a spending, and that's pretty much the beef of this. The most useful feature, I guess, of this app. Not only to connecting the external accounts, but also being able to pull from those accounts and customize and track your spendings. So by the looks of it, we spent a total of this much for the month of March. And to go into detail about these positive and negative values, this is basically reflective of any kind of like credit card account balance. So a positive balance would be a spending or expenditure, while a negative would be any sort of income or credit back. So it's gonna show the net total for each category and the subtotal for each tracker right here. What else? Yeah, we can delete category and or transaction, and that would update. And of course, we can delete our tracker. Yeah, so this app was mainly built using Next.js, the React framework. So building it in itself wasn't too hard, and all of these front-end components are Material UI, they're API components. It was just incorporating Plaid API and getting that overall flow and making things look really nice. That was a challenge, but yeah, I'd say it was a very fun project to um, work on and build, and I think it turned out all right. So feel free to take it for a spin and add your own account and create your own tracker and see how much you spent for a given time period, and just to for personal finance sakes. And all of these this design was just inspired by modern web apps, and just all of the design and structuring and these animations were done by me. So hope you enjoy it, and we can log out. There we go. Have a nice day.